Yo, what's up guys? Loops here. I know I've been gone for quite some time. My hair is getting pretty long. About to chop it off here soon. Yeah, summertime's coming, springtime's coming. Just can't deal with the long hair just getting in my face the entire time. But we are back with an update finally. There is a lot that I'm doing to the GC currently. As you guys are well aware, I ended up breaking the 6-speed on my GC, and I ended up pretty much tearing up the rear subframe. It's actually really bad, but pretty much what's going on here is the rear end of the vehicle is getting polyurethane mounts all around. So I ended up getting poly mounts for the outriggers and then for the diff. And then I ended up doing the rear subframe lock kit as well. So that is gonna be taken care of on the car for now. So as far as the new setup goes for the car and the drivetrain, of course, other than doing the rear end, I unfortunately have to get another drive shaft. As much as I really was trying not to, I need to get another drive shaft because my OEM drive shaft doesn't fit the output shaft that I have in my transmission now. So in case you guys are curious on the setup, it is a 6-speed, it's an STi 6-speed 04. It's a late 04, so it's pretty much really similar to like an 05, 06. It is an 04 STi trans. It's IAG PPG gears, so it's got the synchros on them, so you can pretty much call it a puppy box. It's got an IAG output shaft as well, so it's got the chromoly output shaft. It has bigger gears, so or at least where it splines into, the gear is definitely bigger. So that's why the OEM one doesn't spline in. You have to get an aftermarket one to be able to change out the yoke. But yeah, chromoly output shaft, and then the R180 is completely rebuilt, and that is pretty much it. It's carbon synchros as well on the transmission, but yeah, that is pretty much the update here. Let me show you guys exactly what's going on here. It's very exciting stuff, so just check it out. All right, so this is what we got going on here. This right here is gonna be the old rear subframe. The bracing on the rear subframe for this is a lot less than the one on a GD chassis. So I went ahead and actually I already threw in the rear subframe into the GC. So it's a GD rear subframe. So I'm gonna tell you guys what the differences really are here. The big difference really is going to be that these bushings are steel on the GD, and then as far as the bracing goes, you only have this bracing coming around here from the front to the back of the rear subframe. Now on the GD, you have bracing that goes here, and it actually goes halfway into here as well, and it actually covers the entire cross section here. So you definitely have more bracing. The overall sheet metal, it's a little bit thicker on the GD, so you will notice that the GD subframe is thicker. As far as what I had going on here in the rear end of my GC, the bushings were definitely really shot here. So yeah, not good at all. Extremely torn. Like you can literally move them with your finger. Not ideal. And it's the same on both, so you can see they're extremely torn. So pretty much what happened here as far as when I blew up the old trans was resulting damage. So with those bushings being as torn as they were, I was definitely getting some movement on the rear diff, so that was definitely causing an issue there. And as far as any extra movement goes, you can probably see this right here. There's light passing through there. So this right here is the old T-bar that was on the GC. For the T-bar, I ended up breaking the rear T-bar. As y'all can see here, there is a crack right here. I cracked the rear T-bar from here all the way down to here. And then there is another crack on the other side as well. It's actually some of the worst I've ever seen. Cracks right here. So it literally cracked the whole rear T-bar. So the differential was essentially moving around whenever I was completing shifts. And with the rear diff moving around, when I must have created the last shift when the transmission broke, what I think happened was I think the rear diff kind of like moved up a little bit and the drive shaft kind of misaligned, and I think it hit the top of my GC on the actual body, and I think when it hit the top of the GC, it created a shock load or a shock in the drivetrain, and that is what essentially broke the drive shaft. And once the drive shaft broke, the rear tail housing on the transmission broke as well. So that is going to be my ultimate conclusion as to why the transmission broke the way that it did. It's going to be resulting damage from the really torn bushings and the T-bar just being extremely messed up. And they also got broken right here as well. So I don't know if you guys can see that, but that is broken right there. So try to zoom it in right there. So pretty terrible, pretty gnarly. Yeah, definitely some of the worst that I've definitely seen. And then this is the T-bar from a GD. So like I said, it is gonna be GD rear subframe now. This is the T-bar. It is a little bit thicker on the GD than it is on the GC. So it is definitely a thicker T-bar. What I have here as well are going to be the white line outrigger bushings. So those bushings are going to be put in now, so there's no flex. On the old T-bar here, the actual bushing itself, you can move it around with your fingers. You can see that I'm moving it around. Definitely creating some slop in the drivetrain. Definitely don't want any slop at all, which is why I went with the white line bushings here. I do have the rear ladder links out. I am gonna more than likely take these spindles out. I'm gonna take the spindles out and just do the rear wheel bearings while I'm there. I mean, they were kind of a little bit noisy before the car broke, so right now is a good time for me to take off the rear spindles. So the rear spindles / knuckles are gonna be coming out. I'm gonna be redoing the rear wheel bearings on that. And then moving on, I have the rear subframe in, and I do have the lockdown kit installed as well. I don't think I can get a good view on how that looks here. Actually, you can kind of see it. Let's see, kind of see it right there. So right there is the lockdown kit bolt. So this is a GD rear subframe on the car now, so it is no longer going to use the bushings that go pressed in here like they do on GDs. It is now going to be using a wishbone to hold in the actual rear diff. So yeah, that is going to be the main change there. It is kind of nice that, you know, I'm getting all this stuff done now, but it does kind of suck that I had to at the same time. It was a lot of money. I was saving up for quite some time. I know I got the money saved up pretty quickly. I was just really hustling for the trans and just trying to get the car running for this spring. So yeah, I think that is pretty much it for the update on everything. I'm also doing the IAG. It's not the race one. I'm doing the IAG competition transmission mount, so it's the one with the red bushings, and then it's going to be IAG competition engine mounts. So both the trans mount engine mounts are going to be competition, and then the pitch mount, I'm going to get a competition one as well from IAG. So I'm pretty much running a lot of IAG stuff right now. I just kind of want to see how everything is going to perform. I really want everything to be as stiff as possible. I really don't want anything to go wrong this time around. So we'll see. Hopefully, fingers crossed, we'll see how everything goes. But I think we should be okay. With the whole tie-in, I guess, of bushings just being worn out, it could possibly explain why I was missing third gear every once in a while when I would try to shift, because the CAE shifter automatically centers to third or fourth gear. So you can just, if you're going from second to third, you just push forward and it's already third because it's already centered to neutral essentially, and it goes straight into third. I think what was going on is I think I was missing third because there was some flex whenever I was shifting with the rear diff kind of moving around, and that would kind of explain everything that was going on there. So hopefully everything's gonna be a lot crispier. Definitely is going to with the trans and everything being completely refreshed with new gears and everything. But yeah, I hope everything goes well. I'm sure everything will. I don't see why it wouldn't. But yeah, that's pretty much like the major update here with the GC is just gonna be the transmission and the rear diff with poly everything essentially. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So she is just hanging out on jack stands, as y'all can see. Literally just hanging out here. So she is going to be ready to run pretty soon. I'm just waiting on a couple of miscellaneous bolts and stuff to be able to get this running. And the very last thing as well, I am going to be doing a different exhaust setup. So hood scoop is going to have to be pretty much cut into. Y'all can already imagine why I have to cut the hood scoop, but yeah, I'm gonna have to cut the hood scoop. It's gonna be screamer pipe, hood dump as well. So 2 tubes coming out the actual hood scoop. So that is gonna be the new exhaust setup. I just kind of wanted to just see how it's gonna sound like more than anything. As far as power figures go, I don't know if it's gonna be making a big difference for power figures. I've heard that a hood dump makes more power but makes less torque. I don't really know how that goes. I'm not gonna be really, be the one to test it out and see if that's a true thing, but I just want to have a hood dump just for shits and giggles, just see how it sounds like and everything. I really want to hear the turbo noises and everything. So it's really just for shits and giggles. If I end up not liking it, I'll probably just throw it off and just keep the Tommy on there. Tommy is extremely loud anyways. It's not like it's a daily driver, so it really doesn't matter to me. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Let me show you guys the trans real quick. This is the trans. So it was rebuilt by Prime Motoring. This is originally a ZF design transmission, and I guess the dude blew up third gear, and after blowing up third gear, he ended up sending it to Prime Motoring. So Prime Motoring rebuilt this transmission. So like I said, IAG PPG gears, carbon synchros, bigger output shaft. So that's the IAG output shaft as well. And then the rear diff right here is completely refreshed. So yeah, we'll see how everything goes. I'll try to update you guys as much as possible. Once again, I just haven't had anything to update because I've been waiting on saving up money and getting parts. It's kind of hard to give you guys an update when I don't have anything to do to the car. But yeah, that is pretty much it. She'll be running pretty soon, and I'll be out on the streets pretty soon, so I hope to see you guys out there. I'm more than willing to have so much fun. The gearing is going to be way different now, so my first, second, third, and fourth are not going to be the OEM ones. Those are the IAG ones, and then fifth and sixth are OEM. So my car is no longer going to be suited for like track racing or circuit racing. It's going to be more suited for drag racing and highway racing. So that is pretty much going to be what my car is all about now. It's just going to be drag and just roll racing. So we'll see how everything goes. Like I said, I'll see you guys out there. I appreciate you guys so much for the support. Once again, I am sorry that I haven't really been able to update you guys on what's going on with the car. It's just, like I said, I've been saving up a lot. But now that I have pretty much everything I need, just other than some miscellaneous bolts and stuff, I'll get this thing running, and then we'll be out sooner or later. I'm trying to get it running by the end of March, so we'll see. We'll see about that. But yeah. That is pretty much it. I appreciate you guys so much for watching. I appreciate you guys for staying updated on everything, and really for all the support. Every time I see you post a story on my Instagram, you guys are super awesome. You guys always send me messages like, hey, I hope everything is going well. Hopefully the build's going great. Like, you guys are always complimenting my build, and I appreciate that so much. Yeah, that is pretty much it. I hope everybody's having a great day. Hope you guys are having a great night, wherever you guys are at. And yeah, I will catch you guys later. I'll see if I can make some more videos of the installs and everything. But yeah, that is pretty much the update. Thank you guys so much for the support. Once again, I'm so sorry about not being able to make that many videos, but I'll be back. And yeah, all right, well, y'all take care and stay safe and ride safe. And I'll catch you guys later. All right, peace. And I always forget this, but please like, comment, share, and subscribe. And yeah, thank you guys so much. All right, later.